Welcome to the numerical formatting tutorial. In this tutorial we have a spreadsheet that has two columns containing the same numbers, as you can observe, and the idea is that we will keep the numbers in B column in general format with the exception of the date numbers, which are automatically formatted as date, and we will apply all the change, the different numerical formats as seen at the headers here: number, currency, accounting, percentage, fractions, and date in the second column. So by the end of the spreadsheet you will have the numbers as they were before, and as the numbers have changed after you have applied the different basic numerical types. So let's get started with. Now select the first four numbers in the C column from C6 up to C9, and you can actually right mouse button click on the area and choose format cells. There are other ways of doing that, but we are showing the most common way of doing this. So let's move that to another place that doesn't bother us and choose the number format. Now observe at the number format that we have the option to change the number of the decimal places, although in most cases we leave the number of the decimal places, the decimal digits in other words, into 2, to be able to use a 1000 separator, and we will tick this checkbox, and also determine alternative methods of representing the negative numbers. Now, the most common way of representing negative numbers is with a minus sign in front of it, but you can always choose in a red color or a minus sign with a red color. However, the red color indicates that there is a crisis in the business if the number refers to money, so it's not being used for beautification reasons, because it can be misleading for whoever will read this spreadsheet and cause panic without a reason. So we choose the first type of negative number format, we press OK, and we observe that two decimal digits have been added even to those numbers that didn't have any decimal digits or less decimal digits by placing non-significant zeros at the end of the decimal part of the number. A non-significant zero, as the name implies, is a zero that does not change the value of the number, so we place it for formatting reasons, so that like this we make sure that the decimal places, as you can see here, the decimal point, as you can see here, is justified, so the numbers are better organized and better viewed, and there's no way there's going to be a confusion about how many decimal places any of those numbers has. Now also observe that if a number has more decimal digits, like the last number here, the last digit is truncated, which is 7, so 7 goes away, and the remaining last digit is rounded to the closest number. So if it's 5 or bigger, it will be rounded to the next number, so 6 becomes 7, as you see here, so you have 0.57. Also, a 1000 separation has replaced, and a minus sign to the negative number. Now let's select the next four numbers, which are going to be formatted as currency numbers. Again, right mouse button click, choose format cells, the dialog will appear. Let's move it down, choose the currency category. You see here we also have the ability to change the decimal digits, the number of the decimal digits. We'll leave that to 2. We don't have access to the 1000 separator, which is placed automatically, and it's compulsory in this format. We have the option to choose a different currency symbol, so all the currency symbols of almost all the countries, probably all the countries, are available here. We will just keep the euro for our case, and we have the ability to actually apply negative number formatting. So for example, here we can apply a red negative number formatting without a sign, so that we can see that. We press OK, and we see that the red numbers are appearing where my negative numbers are. Two decimal digits, again with non-significant digits in the end, zeros in the end, and truncation of the extra digits where appropriate. 1000 separator, but also the euro symbol at the end of the numbers, indicating that these amounts are money and the currency is euro. Now let's select the next four numbers. Here we will use the accounting format, so right mouse button click, format cells. Let's move this down. So we need accounting format. In accounting format, as you can see, we don't have negative number choice because the accounting format is used, but however the accounting format that is to be used here is determined by the operating system, and in most cases means that the number will be placed in parentheses. Now we also have the option for a currency choice here, since accounting format is only applied to money that normally applied to money amounts. So we might need to indicate what kind of currency this money refers to. We can choose no currency if we don't want, and the thousand separator is again compulsory. So we press enter and we see that in this installation the negative number is presented with a minus sign. However, the minus sign is in distance from the number, so that there is no way that it gets confused and the number with a minus sign, because it's closed or because the reader does not have very good sight, doesn't see the minus sign. Always in accounting, the attempt is to make it 100% perfect, clear which the negative number is, so there is no confusion. Those confusions like this in accounting will lead to actually wrong results in statements, and that probably is going to give us problems in viewing the finance of our business, but also problems with the taxation services. The remaining stuff is similar to what we have seen before. Space is kept for the currency symbol. In our case, we have not used the currency symbol. Again, in all three formats, the decimal part of the number is justified at the decimal point. Now, percentage. Let's select the two next numbers, right mouse button click, format cells, and use the percentage format. Let's move that down. Here we only have a choice for the decimal places. Let's leave it as is and press OK, and we will see that the percentage symbol will be placed at the end of the number, where the numbers, the original numbers, will be multiplied by 50 to indicate a percentage. A percentage is a division by 100. Sorry, the numbers will be multiplied by 100. Now fractions. Let's format our cells again, and let's put that up, and let's choose fractions. And we want to choose up to 2 digits for the numbers that we have. So many decimal places, so many digits you choose, and the number will be presented in a fraction form like this. Eventually, in the date format, we will make selections for each one of them. Actually, we want to see multiple different types of date format. So let's say the first one can be formatted as a full date with the name of the day, the month, and so on and so forth. Now, bear in mind that this is still a number. So when you can perform calculations with that, actually Excel will perform calculations with the actual content of the number. We'll see that in a minute. And then if we click to the next one, we can format it as like this. There are multiple formats you can choose, or maybe even like that. Still, that is a number, and we can perform calculations with it. And actually, when we are performing calculations with a date, then Excel really performs calculations with the actual number that is behind the date, which you can see if you change the number into a general format. So you will see if we change the number to general format, the particular date that we have converted into general format here is 37,292, which is the number of days that have passed since 1900. And therefore, by having Excel perform calculations with the actual meaning of this date, which is how many days have passed since 1900, you can find how many days are between two different dates, and therefore using calculations for loan installments, credit cards, rates, interests, and so on and so forth. Thank you for attending this tutorial.